Suaangan, 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 Suaangan. Adik kuala lima Suaangan, 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 Suaangan. Hello Inuit, ubungatamap tumundo nga Victor Allen. Singing, drumming, and dancing is a tradition that various cultures have in order to continue their heritage. Here in the Western Arctic, we have drum dance groups that meet on a regular basis. They are learning their ways of our ancestors so that they can keep the culture alive. By performing, they keep people interested in dancing. We want to share with you this. Look at the Inuit drummers and dancers. We hope you learned something from this show and enjoy it as well.
Our Inuvialuit have been doing the traditional songs and dances since time immemorial. They have kept the culture alive in spite of hard times in the old days. It's a way of life our people do not want to lose. By repeated efforts, they are reviving the songs and dances that had become so popular among our ancestors.
When I was working at the ICS, making sure there's people there, they were drum dancing from ICC meeting with the Inuit Circumpolar Conference, that I seen young people there dancing, and I started asking the other two producers to see if we could put up a drum dance club like Debbie Gordon and Willie Starvis, and I asked them if we could put up a drum dance club. So I said, sure, phone around. So I started phoning around, and first thing I phoned Abel, and lots of people I phoned, about 15 of them. They said they're willing to. So we started putting them in the air, announcing them we're going to be practicing or get together for a meeting. That's how we started.
I don't quite remember when we started, but we started this fall. There was myself, Martha, and Jean Airy. When we first started teaching, I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to teach, and later on I felt better when they started learning. It's very hard to teach dancing when you haven't got drummers and singers, and that's why it was so hard for me at the start of the dancing instructions. We've had to do our own drumming and singing, but now that they're learning very quickly and they start taking over, it makes it easier for us to teach the dancing and singing. They're getting really good.
I thought it was a hopeless cause there for a while, especially with me. Like, they told me to get up and dance, and I got up and I said, well, what do I do with my arms? What do I do with my legs? And like, it's there, but it just took teaching, somebody encouragement, somebody to say, hey, this is how you do it. And once you get that, it's not hard to learn.
Well, the reason I wanted to dance was I watched my Elliot Gordon dance a lot of times, and I liked the way he dances, and the rest of the clavic group where I grew up. So when I heard they were starting one here, I wanted to join in and start too. And it's a good way to learn how to talk some Eskimo, if they sing.
All the regular drum dancers and they were all going away, so I decided to join the young group here, drum dancing. And we have a few elders here teaching us how to do the drums and dancing, singing. And I joined in December, and I'm still on here.
Drum dancing would go on for hours at a time, with no one really wanting to quit. In the days of our ancestors, they always had a way of participating, either by drumming, dancing, or singing.
Many, many years ago, I guess people were always out hunting and trapping, or hunting in the early days. And a lot of people, when they knew that there were going to be festivities at a certain time of the year, which was the darkest time of the year, would start preparing their songs and dances that they were going to use when there was a big gathering. So a lot of the songs were made up, and the dances, when people were out maybe alone traveling someplace on a hunting trip or something like that. That's when they made up their songs and dances.
Some people still say that was the best times that they have ever had. They could express their ties with the land, people, animals, and their natural surroundings, which were interpreted into songs and dances.
I think it's important, for our people to keep their culture, to teach our kids, and it's been passed on from generation to generation from our elders, and I think we should pass this on to our younger children.
Our elders passed on the songs and dances to our younger generation so that they can keep our culture intact. The generations before us were not shy to perform. They were proud. As the years passed, some of the younger people could not perform as their parents had previously. Years of not dancing or practicing had made the Inuvialuit almost forget the songs and dances that in the past had inspired them to perform. Telling the younger kids of the history can inspire them to become more involved with our culture.
The little girls are picking up very quickly, and they're getting better and better when they perform for people. They're fast at it. Some of them don't really want to learn the real dancing. They're a little shy, and all they want to do is straight motion style instead of free dance.
I think it's very important. It's important to our culture, our whole being. They say that in order to find ourselves, we must go back to our land. Well, our culture is very much part of our land. It lifts our spirits. It guides us if we listen. Like listen to the drums, listen to the elders, what they say, and watch how they do things.
This is part of our history, a part of our culture. And this is something that was passed down from generation to generations. Now, along the way, there was a lot of new songs and dances made up, but a lot of the songs and dances that they do now or have done over the years has been passed down for hundreds of years.
Well, the elders will have to teach them, maybe individually at first, the movements, but at first I think they should be learning the songs, and from that they'll understand what motions or movements to make.
Showing kids step-by-step movements can guide them to be more knowledgeable about the dancing and the singing. In order to do this, we have to go back to our elders.
To get the culture, the culture they know about, they sing them, and then we try to learn them, try to learn them. Same way as we get to our elders, we ask them about how they used to dance long ago, and then they start instructing us from that.
Like my mom died many years ago, there's a lot of elders that I've talked to. Now, I can remember watching drum dances when I can barely remember. In Tuck, I can remember them having dances at Chief William Mangilaluk's house. And I can remember parts of the dances. I can remember some of the people that were there. But some parts of it is a blank. And with the elders that I've talked to about drum dancing have told me the same thing that I'm saying, that they've been watching it ever since they were small. So my feeling would be that their parents probably was the same thing, saying that I was just a little tyke when I started watching drum dancing.
Along with the younger kids, there are the adults who should be willing to learn, and in the future will be the teachers of our kids. The teaching of our youth and young adults has begun, and the process of learning will be ongoing. When the Inuvik drum dance group began, it wasn't as easy as they thought. Materials were hard to come by.
Oh, when we first started, we had all kinds of boxes and garbage cans and dustpans and everything, even boxes with paper boxes for drum and all kinds of anything we could get our hands on. We had garbage cans and all that for drums.
We had rulers and garbage cans and cardboards. And our elders, we look at our elders and it's almost, you could read their minds and say, oh, this is hopeless. You know, my God, you know, what am I doing here? You know, how are we ever going to teach these people? You know, it just seems like hopeless, but we've come a long way and we're very, very proud. And a lot of credit goes to our elders. And a lot of credit goes to us students that are willing to learn. You have to be willing to learn from your heart and from your body. You just can't come up and take, you know, lessons of any kind without really, really wanting to.
Although some people were reluctant to join in the group, they slowly gained a following of about 30 drummers and dancers. In a short time, they have made performances that surprised a lot of people.
Well, there were a lot of people that were surprised when I first performed. You know, there was a few tears in people's eyes, and you know, they were really glad to see us performing and trying to learn.
Well, I feel nervous a little bit because I might make mistakes, some dances and the songs I might make mistakes. I feel nervous that way, you know, when you're and feel a little bit shy too.
When I'm watching them, I think about a long time ago, we used to watch the elders at the old Ingamo Hall, watching them singing and dancing, and we used to go up and dance and that. And when I'm singing there, drumming and singing and dancing, I think of the elders when they used to drum and dance.
Do you feel proud to be a part of this group?
Very proud, and I hope this group teaches the younger generation to keep it up and pass it on.
It makes you feel good. When there's lots of people dancing, it makes you want to dance more. And it gives you lots of enthusiasm.
There is a warm sense of pride when you watch the drummers and dancers perform. It makes you feel that our culture will not die away in the future. Performing for an audience on a regular basis can give them the confidence they need to gain the experience.
You get to meet a lot of people, and it's fun, and you learn it from your elders, and it's just my tradition, and it's an Inivalo tradition, and my grandmother teaches it to me, and my aunties and my uncles and all my friends go in it, so I went in it too.
It's fun, like you could do the moves and it's like the culture and the beating of the drum. And my friends help too.
We need to support the drum dance group with our pride and respect for drum dancing. They will be the teachers of tomorrow, and it will continue to grow because of the importance we place on our culture.
I'm really proud of the group that is starting up. I've been involved with them, with drumming and dancing since the early 1960s. And I take great pride in being able to help in any way I can. And I think, as I mentioned, it's part of our history, it's part of our culture. So therefore, I think it's really important to keep it alive.
You don't see anybody. Well, I don't see anybody when I'm dancing in front of public. I'm busy listening to the music and listening to what my body is telling me to do. And you don't really hear the applause or people saying, oh, that's great, or any conversation like that. All you can hear is the people that's singing and the drums.
The dance groups encourage people to dance whenever they are performing. They also have practices 2 times a week to keep up the process of learning.
When I was growing up, I used to attend quite a few, but when I first came up, I used to watch the elders, Mackenzie, Delta, Emerson dancers, and that got me interested. Yeah. So I think it's a good thing that we carried on, learn all the songs.
Did you enjoy it as a youngster?
Oh yes, I did, yeah.
I felt it's very much part of me. It instills I feel relaxed, and when we finish our lessons, I'm on a high. I feel happy, and my problems are not great. They seem to just wash away.
It's a good way to get back into how they used to be, and it's lots of fun once you get into it. If you really get into it, you can have a real good time.
Well, I just hope that we had more elders to come and teach us, and especially the men. We're going to try and get some people from Czech and also from the clavic to help us with the drumming and also with the dance movements. And that's all I would like to see, more teachers.